What's up, people, and welcome to the Draft Dynasty channel. If your team is bad this year and you want to start looking into the draft and what kind of player you could get with a first round pick, you are at the right place, my friend. Today we are going to look over Mr. Connor Zary, one of the best players in the Western Hockey League. Let's start this. So he was born September 25th. So he's one of the oldest players in the draft, only a couple of weeks before that, and he would have gone in the draft in 2019. So keep that in mind. He's 6 foot, 181 pounds. He's someone that's pretty mature physically from what I've saw. Looks like a man right there, and you can tell that he's a bit older than maybe other prospect. So I think he's someone that could jump in the NHL maybe before other prospect. Let's see his stats. So as you can tell, 67 point last year, pretty good year. He was also very good at the under 18. I saw him play last year and I was really impressed. He was very mature for his age. And this year he is on a roll right now, 70 point in 49 game. One thing that I want you to keep in mind, it's always important to know for which team they are playing, because the stat can be misleading sometimes. And right now, here is the top line. So you have Zane Franklin, Oren Cintazo, and Connor Zary. So those three are playing together. And whenever you have three elite players playing together, it's gonna inflate the stats. So right now, maybe his stats are a little bit inflated because he is playing with two very solid players. And also the Kamloops Blazer, if we look here, they have the most goal, 231 goal in the Western Hockey League. So it's a powerhouse in terms of offensive goal scoring. So keep that in mind. Maybe his production is a little bit inflated and might not be super accurate versus other prospects that are playing in weaker teams. Alrighty, let's start with the clips. And to find something that I like about his game, I struggle a little bit because a lot of the thing he does well, but there's nothing really that it's eye-catching or super impressive. So he's well-rounded, but there's nothing, not a skill in particular that he is very extremely good at. I would say though that his stick handling is pretty good, one of his best assets, other than the fact that he's well-rounded. Like I said before, there's no major hole in his game. That's the big selling point on him. I thought he's a pretty complete player. And this one right there is one of the best examples that displays stick handling. So you can see he's definitely able to deke one or two player, and this opens up the play. So he's someone with definitely a good touch, good silky hands, and especially also on the board. Since he's pretty strong physically, he has good hands. He used that to protect the puck a lot, and he's someone it's hard to take away the puck from him.
This line, right circle, makes a move, and then Lambos got a...
And one more time, just another good example of his stick handling, and this time it's leading to a goal. Maybe one of the best goals I saw him score in the game I've watched. And there's something I want to say. I made a pretty big mistake with him because I saw him play at the under 18 where I thought he was really good. I also saw him play earlier in the year, but I only watched the game where he had, let's say, a hat trick or 2 or 3 points. So of course, my evaluation and what I had in mind for him, maybe I was higher on him than I should. And when I got back watching the rest of the game, I tried to focus watching maybe versus good team this time, and not only the good game, but I also pick a few games where maybe he would have struggled. And after watching the 10 game, I gotta admit I was pretty disappointed with him. I was fairly high on him coming in, and after the 10 game, I was let's say not so high. So it's a bit scary. It's rare that this happened because having a conflicting report or evaluation, and 10 game is not a big sample, so I need to be careful not to bump him down that much. But still, I get the feeling that he's pretty complete, but I don't think he has enough offense in him to be a top 6 player. I don't think he has the upside as much as I thought earlier during the year. And for the Abs fan out there, I'm getting a little bit of a Ryan Poehling vibe with him, in the sense that they're not the same type of player, but just in the sense that both of them, I think, are going to make it. They're a safe bet to play in the NHL. Ryan Poehling was already playing a bit this year. They can do a bit of everything: power play, penalty killing, physical on the board. They can win battle. So I think he's a safe bet to play in the NHL, but I'm not sure he's going to be, he's not dynamic enough offensively to be a top 6. So that's my point. There's still value with a guy like that because after, let's say, the pick 15, you're starting to have a few players that are maybe not a sure shot to make it to the NHL. So with Zary, at least, I think I'm very confident he's going to make it to the NHL. It's just a matter of ceiling. Do you want to go with a guy with maybe riskier but higher ceiling? Let's move to one of the most important category nowadays, the skating. So for him, he's not a great skater. He's not a bad skater. I think he's just in the middle, average skater. And this may be one of the reasons why I'm not so high on him anymore. I'm not able to see him, let's say, his first few steps, his explosion. I don't think it's really good. And also his top speed is not really able to beat defender with his speed. He doesn't quite have the gear to create separation. And one other thing that I like to watch for the skating when I evaluate a player is, does it look easy? And for him, the answer is no. He's not like flying around effortlessly. You can tell that he needs to work in his skating. It doesn't come easy as other prospect. Also, one other thing that I noticed about his skating, and I'm pretty sure it's not a good thing, is that when he's skating, if you take his leg plus his upper body, it's kind of creating a 90-degree angle. So some players are standing up too much, but with him, it's the other way around. I'm not a skating expert, but I don't think your chest should be facing the ice when you're skating. So you should be having your chest a bit higher than that. So maybe he is overdoing it. He's too much bending forward. He might need to correct that. Enough of the skating, let's move to another category. This time we're gonna look at his vision, his playmaking ability, and like the rest of the video, it's the trend. He is an average playmaker compared to other players in the first round, I would say. So he's not bad, but he's not a super impressive playmaker. And overall, in terms of quantity, of scoring chances he creates for his line mate, he's not creating a whole lot. So I know that because I'm taking clips, and just by the amount of clips I'm getting, I'm able to gauge if the guy is producing a lot of scoring chances. And for him, he was not creating a whole lot versus other players that I've scouted so far during the year.
For the ice. Comes left side, Zary. Right side, Frank. Away goes Franklin. Franklin ahead looking for Zary. Orzek comes over. Zary's got the puck. To the crease it goes. The Blazers want out. They'll get out. Zary spinning away from McLennan. Down the left wing. Looking in front. Backdoor pass and they score.
He'll flip it to Zary. He'll take it up the ice here. Zary has room up the right side to Stewart. He'll find.
For my NHL comparison, I know a lot of you like to know that. So I'm going to go this time with Nick Bonino. Someone that can do a bit of everything. Penalty, power play. Very useful player. Not quite as dynamic offensively, but still a 40-ish point player that can do a bit of everything. Strong on the board, strong defensively is what you're gonna get with Connor Zary. I said he was pretty good defensively, so let's transition to that. And kind of the trend of the video, he's not an elite defensive player, but he's a good one. And you're gonna notice he plays a lot of penalty killing, doing a good job at that. He also wins quite a bit of battle along the board because he's strong on his feet. He's pretty mature physically, you can tell, and he takes advantage of that, winning quite a bit of puck battle, and also he's good at protecting the puck.
Note Lambos ahead for Tepley. Played it right side, McLennan taking, jarring it free, Harsh up the wall. Played on for McLennan. Now Tepley down the left side, the check into the Blazer.
Overall, he's pretty sound defensively. This was maybe his worst sequence where he got completely undressed by Zumak. But other than that, he didn't make too many major mistakes. Other than that, maybe just one last thing that I didn't like about his game is that sometimes he tends to miss a few easy passes. So I noticed after watching all the game, sometimes it was easy passes that he missed, especially on the power play. It's pretty costly because after that you need to reset up. You're losing quite a bit of time on the power play, and those are simple passes that he should be able to make. He's gonna maybe need to try to fix that.
He's out of this game with a lower body injury, so it's four defensemen here the rest of the way. Half wall, dropped off Zary, 58 to go in the power play. Zary's pass knocked away, still Sopatic, left side, Zary with traffic, Zary, a down low pass.
Anyway, I don't think it's nothing major, but he just needed to be more focused because he has the talent to execute those passes. This is gonna be it for this video. If you enjoy that kind of stuff, please make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and also click the little bell, especially if your team is not doing so well. You want to try to start doing studying on the prospect you could get of the draft. Now it's the time to start looking at them. We're getting closer to the draft, getting more exciting. In the next video, it's gonna be a surprise. I don't want to say right now who it's gonna be, but I already have watched almost all the game. I just need to put the video together, so hopefully at the beginning of next week it should be up. Stay posted. Anyway, I'm out, guys. Have a lovely day. Bye.